How to make the best chocolate chip cookies ever. Step 1. Put 1 cup of brown sugar and a half cup of white sugar in a mixing bowl. Next, you're going to melt 3/4 of a cup of butter. We like to use Kerrygold because we find it's better quality. We do not have a microwave, so we always melt our butter on the stove, and we find that it's healthier too. If you're melting your butter on the stove as well, cutting it up like this helps it to melt faster. Normally I do this before I put it in the pan, but I forgot this time, so oh well, we're doing it now. Now go ahead and dump that melted butter into the sugar, and you're gonna mix it. These are eggs from our chickens in the backyard. Aren't they so pretty? Step 4, add 1 egg and 1 egg yolk to your sugar and butter. This is how I like to separate my yolks from the eggs. So I normally dump it into a bowl and just use my hands right away, because using the shell to separate the yolk can cut the yolk, and then you have the yolk mixed in with the whites, and that can get really messy, and then yeah, I just find this easier. You're gonna cream the eggs, sugar, and butter together really well, and then you'll start adding your flour, baking soda, and salt into a smaller bowl, and then you'll slowly dump that into the bigger mixing bowl that has the wet ingredients. So we'll turn from something like this to this. Be careful not to overmix at this stage, because it's really easy to do once you add the flour. The next step is to add roughly 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. I say roughly because you can never get this right by adding one simple amount. You have to eyeball it and make sure you're not adding too many or too little. Just watch until you see that chocolate chips are mixed thoroughly throughout the entire mixture. Your finished cookie dough will look something like this. Next, you need to oil your pan. We like to use olive oil, because it's simple and easy. We have it in the cabinet and it's really easy to spread on there. So use butter or margarine or coconut oil, palm oil, vegetable oil, pretty much any type of oil will work for this. Now take the dough and form them into roughly tablespoon-sized balls of cookie dough. Place them on the pan 1 to 2 inches apart from each other so that they don't spread into each other as they're baking. Best practice is to not mess with the balls of dough too much before you put them on the pan. Just roughly shape it into a ball type form. You don't need to make it perfect. And repeat. Now you need to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's preheated, go ahead and throw those cookies in there. Bake for 9 to 12 minutes. And this is what they look like when they're finished. Enjoy! Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe for more great content.